Elise gets a lot of two-person care. When she coughs, we're right there to wipe up any mucus. If she's having a seizure, we have a magnet for her VNS, which is a vagal nerve stimulator. The neurologists and some medical professionals feel that slows down and not stops the seizures. Due to her bones and some other medical issues, she can't be moved with a mechanical lift. She's always a two-person scoop lift, so it takes two people to move her from place to place.
Stone Street was very wonderful to us. I mean, they made sure that we had lots of discussions and meetings about what her care was involved. I brought in lists of things that we did all the time, and they looked at the lists and they incorporated them into their procedures, and they were very open to all of this. They were also very friendly and wanting to make it just right for Elise, just like all of their clients. They want to make sure that they get what they need.
We're a facility, but we also try to be a home. And so just trying to provide that type of atmosphere as well as basic needs and basic needs as well. So.
If I have a question or I have a problem, I bring it up and we discuss it and we get it resolved. I'm not one just to say, oh, I wish this would be because it would be better for Elise. No, if my family's important to me, I want my kids all to have the best.
Ask questions. Ask lots of questions. Don't be afraid to make your point known. You know, if you feel like there's something that's important that we should be doing, then you need to be very vocal about that and not try to worry about upsetting us, stepping on toes, and those kinds of things.
I feel like everybody we've worked with Elise, they take into consideration what I have to say because I've been taking care of her, or my husband. He's been taking care of her. The whole family has, what we say has been listened to, and I felt that they thought it was important and good input. So I appreciate that, people have not just brushed us to the side and say, oh, you're just the parents, you don't know anything. They've really listened to what we've had to say.
Each person's a little different. So we could take very good care of people, but we're not going to give the same type of care at first that the parents were giving until we know their child. Their advice, tutelage, and information is probably the most valuable asset that we have in learning how to take care of someone.
So you also can be as involved as you want. We wanted to go take her someplace. We're willing and happy to do that, and they're willing and happy to let us do that.
Her parents are very involved in her life. They take her to the movies, they take her out to eat, they come here and do her nails and do her hair, take her for walks around this community and other places.
Just because your kids move up and go away or they move to a different house like Stone Street, doesn't mean that you don't love them. You can love them just as much as if they were living in your house. You don't have to say goodbye. You're not throwing away the key.
You're not abandoning them. You're providing them with a future so that when you're no longer there, there's a lot of people around who already know them.
Especially in the beginning, I was very nervous about it, and I wouldn't be able to go to sleep at night, and I would just get in my car, pop on over, knock on the door, and say, hi, can I see Elise? And they would say, sure, come on in, she's back in her room sleeping. And she was just there peacefully sleeping, and I would be okay with that. I'd see her for 5 minutes and go home, and then I could get to sleep.
She would, be scared in the middle of the night and want to come and visit, so. She says that she's much more comfortable now. And she sleeps at night with no worries.
You want that? Or this little table? It's up to you. You can have it. My name's Bonnie. I'm Mike's older sister. Mike is developmentally delayed, and he's hard of hearing. He lived in Great Falls for 2 years after you graduated from high school. And his roommate took advantage of him, took some money. He couldn't hold a job. It was difficult because the job situation was not supported like it is here.
Rain. Not now.
Mike came to live in Corvallis about 7 years ago. In the beginning, Mike lived with us, and I paid all his bills, and he didn't have a job. Before, he didn't have the self-confidence to do all the things that he needed to do to be independent. And he just relied on me to do them. And I would just do them because I had a family and I had a job and I had other things I had in my own life to do. And it was just easier if I did it rather than waiting for him to learn the process to do it and give him the confidence. And I think with him being in the supported living situation, they've had the patience to work with him to help him learn.
That's fine, but if you want, you can just write rent.
Oh, yeah,
That'd be fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's up to you.
He pays his own bills. In the past, his bills came to my house, and I would just, I was a signer on his checking account, and I would just sign the checks. And because it was quick and easy, and I got it done. But now he pays his own bills, all his bills come to him.
Most of the people living in supported living need some help with money management skills, and Mike has done just a great job with that. He's, just in the last 2 or 3 years, you've learned how to manage a checking account.
Learn how to manage my money, learn how to pay my bills.
Now he works, and he's had the same job for 7 years since he came here. If his hearing aid breaks, he knows where to go to get it fixed, and he can do it on his own. He goes grocery shopping.
Mike and I shop. How often do we shop?
Shop once a month.
Once a month, and I assist Mike, and I provide information to him. I let him know, you know, this is a healthy choice, this isn't such a healthy choice. And you have a truck, right, that you have to take care of?
I have a pickup to take care of. I have to take it to the garage when it breaks down and pay money on it.
Insurance?
I have to pay insurance, license plates.
So you have to be really careful with your money so you can, if your truck breaks down, you can fix it.
I have to be careful when the truck breaks down, right?
So what did they fix?
They put the transmission block underneath the...
Underneath the transmission block? Was it the radiator leak?
The radiator right there. Yeah. The radiator is leaking right in here.
I think one of the strengths of our program is that the kind of continuing care that we can provide over the long term. I've been working for the county now for 13 years, and a number of my clients I've been working that length of time with. And so I think somebody who needs kind of a good role model, it can be real helpful for, and kind of that consistency where you know that every week I'm going to show up, and that if you've got a problem or there's something you need help with, I'm going to be there for you. So 12:30 we'll meet, and we'll go shopping.
Shopping.
Right, and then after that, we'll have our dinner. Sound good?
Good.
All right. So I'll see you. For most people in supported living, the goal is usually to live as independently as possible. He wants to be as independent as he can be, and I'll continue to provide support so that he can be as independent as he can be.
He wouldn't be where he is today without the support of developmental disabilities. They do an excellent job with emotional, social, all kinds of living support that you get. They support the whole person, right? All of you is supported. It's incredible. And he's involved with Special Olympics. He has friends. He's made friends that I haven't helped him with. He would ask me twice a day, are you going to move? Are you going to move? What will happen to me if you move away? And I think if I moved today, would it matter to you if I moved away?
Huh?
Would you miss me?
I missed out on there, but I'm not gonna...
But your life wouldn't stop, right?
The life won't stop, we'll keep on going.